Всем привет! Сегодня наконец-то продолжаю проходить основную сюжетку в Геншин. Так что, я уже отдохнул от Геншина, я играл в другие игры. Это понятно какую, в принципе, я уже записывал это. Так что, пришлось проходить наконец-то сюжетку основную. Ну, как видите, я выбил на фильм. Так что, погнали. Но только проблема в текстурах. Я чуть понизил настройки, так что по сути все равно не изменится это в процессе. Ну хотя бы не так уж будет лагать. Ну с текстурами, ну текстуры. Да и тем более уже видеокарта не подходит для таких игр у меня. Уже она и тем более Genshin же и так требовательная игра. Процессор, оперативка и видеокарта у меня уже не очень к ней подходит в этой игре. Так что немножко понизил настройки, так что надеюсь, ну вот таких вот будет дохуя. Ну, в принципе, думаю, на самой геймплей и сюжетку не так уж и повредит. Хоть и это, блять, сука, в глаза идет все. Надеюсь, это не будет критично прям.
Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Ночь, перед, рассветом. Мне все-таки лагает, но я надеюсь, как сказать, не критично это будет. Тебе, скорее всего, в любом случае придется записывать, кроме Геншина, скорее всего, другие игры, которые более не нагружают все. Потому что я уже вижу, что я даже нормально не смогу играть даже без записи. Потому что она у меня без записи тоже лагает. Так что, скорее всего, кроме Геншина буду другой записывать в скором времени. Так что, печально, ну, в принципе, пофиг. Ну, потому что вот уже загрузка через жопу идет. Текстуры тоже через одно место идут. Не прогрузы и так далее. Всякие мелочные хрени. Печально, но в принципе ничем смириться.
Everyone's here so early! But why isn't anybody talking?
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed you too.
Are you ready? Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small talk and move to the next point.
You're making Paimon nervous.
Ну и чё? Спасибо, блин, за черный экран. Загрузка на полгода. Уже люблю эти загрузки. Я так понял, лучше на паузу или нет? Я думал, на паузу надо уже ставить. Ну, давай уже, прогружайся, жопу. Ну ты уже прогрузил, что достал.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say. I'll be careful.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take care. Well, traveler, Paimon. Judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone.
Paimon's a little worried. Hopefully nothing.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable people I know.
Candace gave us
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be coming with us, we'll be
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, take care. You're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck. With everything.
За текстуру мог ты помолиться? Что, настолько текстуром пизда? Упс. Ой, блин. Текстура на сантиметр уже не грузится. Отлично. А вот там нормально стоять на таких охрененных текстурах вместе. А тут нормально.
Sounds good. I'll go make some preparations.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears repeat. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more cheerful to boost our morale right now?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Speaking of the front lines, you don't look anything like a soldier.
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer my strategic insight. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind. Mercenary groups are facing constant danger.
Well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same
this guy. Paimon still remembers when those mercenaries
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes of fools. That reminds... Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia, I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have all fallen victim to the corrupting but the academia has always held a different view. They have always believed that symptoms of madness are a side effect of human contact with divine knowledge. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of the Withering, Elazar, and the sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the withering in the sandstorm. At least, that's what Tainari told it. Wait a second.
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness may precisely be the pollution.
But if that's the case, what should we do? This is huge!
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest? That whole, the world forget me thing?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Only by working with her to make sure we're still on track. I would like to check on the state of some of our preparatory work.
Where are we going?
To an Aramite base.
На базу шопы. И чё у нас тут? Понял. А, тут есть проход, я думаю, надо подходить. Я уже не помню. По-моему, я здесь был. Да, здесь был, по-моему.
It's all good. Whatever the boss says.
Блин.
Oh, you made it.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Нам пиздит.
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Понятно.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are you doing with those?
Это называется VR, блин. Добро пожаловать в
here.
углубление жопы.
Huh? More can knowledge? Are you going to put more weird stuff into his head?
What's that look on your face? Are you scared?
Paimon's a little scared, but very, very furious.
That's an inch. Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The academia should also have their own copy. Traveler, I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of now. Please get ready and put on this device.
Я не хочу VR. Нет, бля.
You want
I'm
us to
dead.
record our conviction into the knowledge capsule?
Ну да, и немножко нормальный компьютер, блин.
Yes,
Paimon is still really worried.
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a trick,
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Добро пора в сало. Продакшн, блядь, Genshin Impact.
imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes and praises our achievements. Now, open your eyes. Here,
What's this?
read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effects.
But what was the point of doing this? Paimon doesn't get it.
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the Akasha. You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, everything the Akasha transmits to them is nothing short. Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. And this device has always supported you during times of need. After all that time, what do you think?
A fool? A machine?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, Those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you need to identify the gray areas?
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very interesting.
Things you're interested in are really out there.
Anyway, that's enough. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Rebot and start preparing.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few...
Шлем вернись. Сука, спиздил. Шлем спиздил, говнюк. Ой, блин. Не дал нормально поиграть в VR-шлеме. Кошмар.
The weather is lovely and warm.
Да.
Things are about to start. Hey!
Чё, кому идем? Блин, не успел посчитать.
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties. I've given...
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you of all people should be able to see the bigger picture.
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help me persuade Sino?
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of the specifics. But then, you went to Al-Haytham. Had I known Al-Haytham would give you those kinds of suggestions, I would not have...
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side here.
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make sacrifices if they...
Seems you really do understand the ways.
Traveler, Paimon. This is also something. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Rebot guards in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them.
Wait! How can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let us enter the city as a big...
That also sounds like something Al-Haytham told you.
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this plan is?
Of course he does. He told me, there is no perfect plan, but this can get the job done. He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chance of success would increase significantly. I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points.
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't guarantee that kind of discipline. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies...
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that people like you are...
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect. They have the...
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I knew you.
Все, пипец, Сайны.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least...
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory. So please, lend us your support. We will show you the...
Well, now that you've put it that way, but remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Candace made it very... Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, There should be no more animosity between the followers of the Dendro Archon and the...
Okay, you have a deal.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Где страж? Да, Ахидов. Ну ладно. Здрасте.
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret Operations...
Ah, of course, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the Academia's order. But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation...
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Akmar in Port Ormos. They're involved in the theft and resale of supplies from the Academia.
As many as Ain al-Ahmar? This should definitely be classified as a joint operation.
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. This whole thing is Paimon. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know that you have betrayed the Academia and are even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might, right?
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry. The guards there shouldn't know that's...
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matras still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to no matter how you look at it. They don't seem interested in sharing...
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high... Actually, considering the power of the Akasha, it's quite...
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, I don't think you'll... If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to Bud. Things like that never happened again after we met up with...
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through...
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the action. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. But can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha, our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic... The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the past. So, in my opinion...
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not a lot.
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped by...
I'm so glad.
Next time, pay attention during...
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Ah! Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembarbo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me. The construct next to him is for his work.
Beep! Construct, beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest, I've always longed to go on a mission.
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district. We will carry out the operation there.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or location?
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. And now get ready. We will move out in
Скип 2 дня, так понял. Скип 2 дня. Не скипнешь, ладно. Я не знаю, сколько было, так. Так. Куда нам идти? Ну, что, наверное, лучше. Так. Что у вас будет пипиздельник? Ну, судя по подсказке, будет пизелка. Стоять. Стой. Стой, говно. Блин, не успел. Давай. Стоп. Эй, шо? Так, а куда? Че, можно тут пройти? Можно, да? Можно. Че, сейчас мясо будет? Где мясо? Черный экран, давайте без
Over there! Our helpers have arrived already! Let's hurry over!
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you!
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the Academia, we are prepared to give it our best.
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, we must capture them. They are our only leads for the case. If they die, we will be unable.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome! What are you judging from those shiny weapons in your hands? It seems like...
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales. If you value your life...
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia?
I'm not here to talk.
Oh, nobody's given me this much time of day since I became a... Brothers! for that slight. Let's wash our blood.
I see everything.
Так,
Right here.
лаги, как всегда, отличные. Ну что,
This may hurt a little.
где еще один? Всё?
Everyone hold hands. Emerge. Right now, emerge. Right here.
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Aramite mercenaries and related personnel.
You pitiful dendro archonto!
I'm afraid you'll regret it.
King Deshret will curse you, and you will all!
Silence!
Oh,
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the...
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino. I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance...
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes.
That's fantastic! And that punch you gave Ram on there sure looked convincing enough.
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport. I promise. I'll get everyone...
Yeah, you're the reason why everything went so well.
It's not the time to celebrate yet. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce her to Tainari.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, I believe my message alone should be enough to bring him. If we need help, Tainari is the best option. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. Don't keep them waiting.
А перевести забыли? То есть серьезно не перевели? Ну давай, грузись, что? Что, не забыли перевести название? Эрмитон. Ладно. Забыли перевести. Лично просто. Загрузка, супер.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come rolling. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, down 7 drinks, and even did...
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep...
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on... All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this as...
but we should...
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for...
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up. Ooh.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest Watcher Tainari. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can be sure that Tainari still has the Academia's. So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on what we learn, the sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as a bodyguard. You should be honored. I don't offer my service.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer.
How much more do you want?
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lucky. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good. I hope this pretty smile will become... There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's consider this smile a down payment for our future victor. Let's go. It's time.
Погнали. Ну и чё там грузит так долго? Вроде, блин, там меньше даже деталей, чем где мы сейчас были. А, растения, ну растения это понятно, так грузит. Эти растения.
He's over there. Let's go say hi.
Ну-ка, я могу.
I see everything.
О, могу. А, просто молчишь. Ну молчи.
Tainari!
Игнори.
Ah, traveler, Paimon. And you?
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
Да он походу знает.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help us out.
Which?
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask. Paimon thinks he has blue hair.
Голубые? А разве у него не белые?
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Pardis DI just a little while ago.
He left already?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but your answer for now, all we can share with you is that your friend Sino is working with us.
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you any way I can.
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not even a little worried that we...
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, none of you... You don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. I'll also get straight to the point. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia?
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to leave Sumeru?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean...
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a final trip to Pardis Di.
Да, у него вроде голубые, но кажется, что белые, по-моему.
Let me
Или
ask,
серые.
have you been taking care of a scholar by the name of Hypatia?
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
А нет, у него голубые. Вот в таком виде хрен поймешь, какие у него волосы.
Given the way you're asking, I assume...
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient. As a scholar yourself, shouldn't you at least be aware of this?
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of...
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will receive the most advanced. I will personally supervise her treatment and see to her recovery.
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. Your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that, just like many other scholars, he possesses an aura of arrogance that It's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic.
Не нагружай ты блядь, я добавил тигнарий. Ничего стоим.
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must say... Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But unfortunately, I'm in a hurry today. What with Her Most Noble Majesty, that's our... Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible and gifted scholar. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon can't help but feel like he's hinting.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talk. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation. From his tone.
I can barely believe it myself. But if that's true, the situation...
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking, I don't want you to do anything too risky. Now that you know a little more, it should be easy.
Sorry we can't tell you everything. We appreciate that you helped us anyway. I won't forget your kindness.
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Academia in a...
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. The handwriting and tone are both familiar, but some detail... My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find any dots in his recent letters. I believe something may have happened.
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville.
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe, please withdraw immediately.
I can do that, but I have a feeling it won't be that simple. The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is, but your master... If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be difficult to remove myself from the situation. If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville to support you.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant. And be...
I must say, I didn't expect a warning like this from the General Mahamatra.
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing whatever the sages say. On that note, aren't you also being quite distrustful of your alma mater?
The Academia, yes, but my master is a man of integrity. Even when I was a student, I was worried he'd get in trouble for sticking to it. I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. In that case, also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass on a message to him. I think this may be something he needs to hear right now.
Okay, we'll find a chance to tell.
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this Harbinger. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when he left Pardis-Dii?
That way.
Отличный путь.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way.
Мы прям поймем. С черным экраном. Поймем. Что, сразу телепортировать туда, что ли?
According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the doctor was... He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we find.
But we have no idea where he went! How can we start chasing?
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go.
Ну давай.
That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're headed.
Port Ormos? They're going to leave by...
That's right. Let's go to the port and have a look for ourselves.
И тут за... Что за... Что по квестам задание сразу?
Skills seems we found the right place.
Shh! Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving.
Как ей это?
I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him.
Ты издеваешься? Отлично сел.
This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
Uh-oh. He saw us.
Привет, брат.
Huh? Is he waving?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean...
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the port just now?
They were all here just a few minutes ago.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't tell me that.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's DI.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh no! Are you saying they're going to...
Let's go!
Бегу. Что сделать? Ну шо, пипец. Мясо будет. Надеюсь, не будет мяса. Будет касаться все. Ну чё?
Party's DI is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in Party's DI for research.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research, much less an ordinary scholar. I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult.
It would seem that my words have fallen on deaf ears. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Party's DI now? I'm pretty sure you're not.
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only lead to...
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping a low profile. I may be staying at Party's DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer a forest watcher. It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who have contributed so much to—
Then it seems our conversation has hit an end.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my watch.
Hinari! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming!
Yeah, Hinari! Beat him up!
Не надо.
Right now.
Не бей мошку.
Emerge, right here. to memory.
The doctor's orders are absolute.
Yeah?
Oh,
You've been
yes.
someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now.
Грибы. Все грибы, охрененно.
Yes,
so soon. This is it.
А ты ничего не сделаешь. Все, нет.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia. We need to make sure they don't try to sneak around and attack from behind.
Got it. Hypatia's still here. Doesn't look like anyone's broken in.
И что, она в коме, что ли? Скорее всего, в коме или в этой, как она называется, залупа, это ее.
Well, how is she?
Точно уснула?
Oh, that's good.
Что, мне кажется, она не уснула.
So, you think this is over?
О, привет.
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that
А
look every
можешь
time
ты
we
мне
meet.
не лагать? Давай без лагов, пожалуйста, братан, ты заебешь.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know.
Интересно, он с нами разговаривает или с ним? И скорее всего с нами.
Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to? It can't be the Balladeer, right?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler! What are you doing?
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details.
Держа жопу.
Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me.
Да, конечно. Вы ж таких, как ты, побеждали, то есть сильнее даже. Конечно, не сможет.
Is it wise to force that childlike god into a divine battle against me?
Мы направим тебя, меня, блин. И все, сходи. Проблем.
Scholars consider the God of Wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. Yes. What is it? Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares.
Ну, а хуй. Может полететь как герой. За любую хрень мы переживаем, блин. Даже таких, как ты.
But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine.
Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The contents recorded on it, all I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world... I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think she peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my... All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my... You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon... Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not good at sowing discord? The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny human thinks himself capable of interfering in the business of the new... You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm willing to give you a gift. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon used thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go!
Поговорим с этим... О, господи, как... Так, только так все. Чтоб меня было слышно нормально. Ну, короче, поговорим с ними, скорее всего, закончим. Потому что, в принципе, уже Навальный поснимал нормально часик. Так что поговорим и закончим, скорее всего. Так, куда нам? Подзарядился обратно. Ничего с ним.
He's hurt.
А, я думал, молния их.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though, and they were being torn to shreds by the bolts of lightning.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. It's all right. My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant.
Hey, didn't I tell you not to...
Just in case. Let's...
Ну, пока мы, в принципе, не отошли далеко от этого, в принципе, все-таки можно поговорить, пока именно не дойдем до следующей локации. Я не удивлюсь, если мы сейчас будем с ним пиздиться. Потому что мало ли, да, перенести этот новый бог прям. Куда он может так это делать?
Thank goodness she's fine.
Hey, how about taking care of yourself first?
Это молния минус ФПС, блин.
I understand
Это,
my
скорее
condition.
всего, из-за дождя.
The wound is not fatal.
Рано
I'll
не
be all
опасно.
right.
Блин, не опасно.
Ugh.
Ну да, не
The
опасно.
more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think they can push through the pain.
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit.
So that's what you were talking to the balladeer about? Oh,
The academias.
That sounds, ambitious, I guess? Anyway, this is all way beyond. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good night's rest, that's enough. I'll only work. I must be the least ambitious person who's ever set foot in Party's DI.
Don't say that. I haven't even thanked you for your help back there.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend to, and maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the balladeer.
you said the balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen his past. So,
Have you noticed? The balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doctor has no right to
if the doctor was to show up again, would the balladeer zap him with...
Based on what the traveler has said, I think he would. Having the doctor gone benefits him as well as us. In other words, we've successfully completed this stage of the plan.
Yay! That's a big accomplishment!
I'm also happy.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest up for now.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Let's continue to keep a low profile. You can head there.
Не снова тогда, блин. А нет. Эти молнии сразу. А я могу? Чё вы все молчите? Вы, блядь, и молния закончилась. Ну слушай, логично, блядь. Чё, молния закончилась? И молния закончилась. Ну отлично просто. Да. Так, ну можем заканчивать, поскольку уже в принципе нормально записывать. Так, ну время. Я уже заканчиваю. Фиг его знает, сколько еще будет до последнего. Будет еще эта сюжетка длиться, поскольку скоро будет новая сюжетка. Ну, через неделю с чем-то. Так что, в принципе, я надеюсь, я снова не заброшу эту хрень, этот Геншин, можно сказать. А то, блин, не хочется мне проходить, как всегда, за один день все. Потому что проблема вот это вот... Ну давай это быстрее. Вот этот ивент я все-таки таки еще и не прошел. А уже один день ему остался. Я попробую за один день пройти всю сюжетку, но это вряд ли. Так что я сначала попробую быстро дойти до этого ивента, хоть есть быстрый старт. Но я все-таки хочу сначала пройти сюжетку. Раз уж рекомендуют сюжетку пройти. Так что пройду сюжетку и пойду дальше с ивентом сразу. Но выложу я сначала ивент, а потом сюжетку. Потому что ивент все-таки один день длится. Так что увидимся в следующей серии. Пока-пока.